Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are digging into a really simple but incredibly powerful story. It's all about kindness, hardship, and the unexpected rewards that can come from a compassionate heart. So let's just jump right into the big question this story asks. Can you really be generous when you feel like you have nothing left to give? It's a tough one, isn't it? When you're struggling yourself, where do you find the strength to help someone else? We're going to explore that exact dilemma through this classic tale. So, our story starts in a small village, and it's here we meet our main character, Naresh. The story tells us he's a simple, honest man, but he is facing this profound, just relentless struggle, day in and day out. I mean, just think about the weight on this guy's shoulders. He is the only person providing for a family of 7. That's him, his wife, 3 kids, and his parents. He's out there working from sunup to sundown, but no matter how hard he tries, it's just never enough. And this is the thought that just haunted him. It wasn't just about putting food on the table for that day. It was about the future, about whether his kids could grow up healthy and strong. This one question just shows you the depth of his worry as a father. This just paints such a lonely picture, doesn't it? It shows you his isolation. His only real confidants were the animals he worked alongside every day. His neighbors would sometimes hear him talking to them and, yeah, they'd laugh, but they also felt sorry for him. They understood his desperation. Okay, so this brings us to a really pivotal moment. A moment where Naresh's character is about to be tested in a way he absolutely never saw coming. What seems like just another ordinary day at the river is about to become the turning point of his entire life. So there he is, just doing one of his daily chores, and he spots a stranger. And this man is clearly not well. He looks exhausted, sick. Now, for a lot of people, especially someone with their own massive problems, it would be so easy to just look the other way, right? But Naresh, he doesn't hesitate for a second. After giving the man some water, he makes this incredible offer. He doesn't just offer a little bit of help. He offers the safety and comfort of his own home to a complete stranger, no questions asked. So, as you can imagine, bringing this stranger home, well, it immediately creates a huge conflict. This is where the story really gets to the heart of our opening question. Naresh's compassion is now clashing directly with his family's brutal reality of scarcity. And this right here shows you the central dilemma perfectly. Look at the two perspectives. Naresh sees a human being in desperate need of help. His wife, and you can't blame her, sees another mouth to feed when their own kids are already hungry. Her tears aren't coming from a bad place. They're coming from a place of fear and, honestly, practicality. And this is Naresh's powerful response. It's just a pure statement of faith. This is his guiding principle. It's not just some empty hope. It's a belief so deep that it completely overrides his wife's very logical fears, and, for the moment, it settles the argument. And true to his word, they didn't just give the man one meal and push him out the door. For 3 whole days, the entire family, even with how little they had, cared for this man. They shared their food, their home, everything, until he was back on his feet. So, on that 3rd day, the stranger's feeling better, he's getting ready to leave, and then the story takes a sudden, really mysterious turn. He has a very strange request for Naresh. The stranger takes Naresh back down to the river and gives him these super specific instructions. You can just feel the suspense building here, right? I mean, what could possibly be underneath some random rock by the river? So Naresh, probably thinking this is all very strange, does what he's told. He digs, and there it is. A huge pot, not filled with rocks or dirt, but just overflowing with money. A life-changing treasure, right there in a spot he's probably walked past 1,000 times. But here's the thing. Finding the treasure? That's not actually the climax of the story. The real defining moment, the part that reveals the entire moral of the story, is what happens in the conversation right after. The stranger finally explains what this is all about. The money is a reward. It's a direct thank you for the kindness Naresh showed him when he was at his absolute lowest point. Now, this is maybe the most important part of the whole story. Just think about this for a second. His family's on the brink, his kids aren't eating well, and he has just been handed the answer to all of his problems. And his very first instinct is to say no. These words right here, they are the ultimate proof of his character. It shows that his compassion was 100% genuine. He didn't help the stranger hoping to get something out of it. He did it simply because it was the right thing to do. It's only when the stranger completely reframes the gift, not as a payment, but as something that would bring him, the stranger, happiness, that Naresh finally gives in. He accepts it, almost like it's another act of kindness he's doing for the stranger. So what's the big takeaway here? The story really answers that first question we asked. Yes, you absolutely can be generous when you have nothing, because true generosity was never about money or things. It's about selfless action. The incredible reward Naresh got was just a byproduct. It was never the goal. His real character wasn't defined by his poverty, but by the richness of his compassion, right in the middle of it. And that kind of leaves us with one last thing to think about. We just saw how Naresh's one small act of kindness had this huge ripple effect. So, what about in our own lives? What's the kindest thing a total stranger has ever done for you, and how did it change your day? Or maybe even more than that. Thanks for tuning in.